What is the description of a good human being? A devotee. A lot of people would say a devotee must dress up in a certain way, eat certain kind of food, or exempt from certain kind of things. All true. But वो जो अंदर की बात है, that is described by Farid ji in 3 lines. What are those? Hi, my name is Davinder Singh, also known as Tony. And today I'm going to discuss with you 3 beautiful lines of Farid ji in which he describes the traits of a devotee or a good human being. He says, Mat hundi hoye iana. A person who has all the wisdom, all the knowledge, but can remain childlike, can remain innocent, can remain ignorant. And before we go on, these traits are not for us to judge anybody else. They are only for our own assessment. Where do we stand? So the point number 1 is to have innocence despite the fact that you can be wise. You know, when you start gaining knowledge in any field, the first thing you want to do is impress other people. You don't want to be innocent anymore. You want to impress other people by your knowledge, by your skills. The moment you learn, let's say anything, for example, Gurbani knowledge, you're able to translate Gurbani. Oi, oi, oi. Tell me about it. You feel that everybody in the world should know that you know a lot. It reminds me of a story of one Sufi saint. The first time he was enlightened, or you can say he gained a lot of knowledge, he wanted to impress people with his knowledge. So he walked into a village and he thought to himself, Pehla jada banda milega, the first person that I see, I'm going to talk about what I have gained. It was dark at night, and in this village he saw a child walking towards him with a lantern in his hand. So he thought, chal yaar, I'm going to talk to this boy about, enlightenment, about spirituality and wisdom and all that. So he met the boy and he said, oh boy, I want to tell you something very, very deep. The boy said, Hanji. He said, do you know where did this light come from in the lantern? So he thought that if the boy says, I don't know, I will talk to him about the unknown. The light comes and all that, perplex the boy some more. And then he was shocked because the boy opened the lantern, doused the fire, and said, wherever it came from, it went back there. Now you tell me, where did it go? The Sufi saint was shocked. He bowed to that boy and he said, this is the first master in my life. He has taught me this lesson. Learn how to be humble. Mat hundi hoye iana. Iana means childlike. Inside you, no matter how much you gain, how much you have, knowledge, success, talent, whatever you have, and it is not wrong to amass knowledge or to become wiser. You must know a lot of things in life. In this world, the only way to progress is to be successful, is to have certain knowledge or certain traits. But those traits should be for you to progress in life. But progress doesn't mean you have to show off. Progress doesn't mean you have to start looking down upon other people. Progress doesn't mean you have to become egoistic about it. So the more humble you can be, and humility means you always are keen to learn more. Your knowledge is not limited. You still have horizons open that no matter how much I know, there is somebody who knows better, who can teach me better. I am ready to learn even from a child. Your learning never stops. You become a Sishya, Sikh, learner. So, mat hundi hoye iana. Then, second point, he says, taan hunde hoye nitana. Despite having power, despite having so much control over things in life, you don't exercise your control so much. And this is one of the most difficult things to do because even little power people get. Forget about those politicians, those people who rule countries and institutions or religions, etc. Those are very, very big powers. Even a small little power that a person gets in a family or in a village, the moment you have a little power, you exercise your power. Even a clerk sitting at the desk. Have you ever noticed when you go to them and you extend your file and you want to get your work done, they say, hey, wait karo, abhi hum free nahi hai. Exercising power is showing that I have that power. You lose your humility and you start misusing your power. You start abusing your power. You want people to be under you, under your control. You start enjoying that. Very tough to remain meek and humble. Taan hunde hoye nitana. Be humble despite the fact that you have the authority. And it is not wrong to have authority. As parents, as people who are leading institutions, you need to have a little say. You need to know what is right and wrong, and you need to sometimes put your foot down. But that doesn't mean you abusing your power. And third, he says, Ana hunde aap vandaye. You always be a giver. You're a charitable person. And charity doesn't mean you only give money or things, despite the fact that you don't have anything. Aap vandaye. You distribute yourself. How do you do that? You distribute smiles, goodwills, gestures, and even helping hand. You do that seva. Always ready to help somebody. Ko aisa bhagat sadaye. Somebody like that is a true devotee. Even if you don't relate to the word devotee, a good human being must have these traits. It's not about how you show and how you exercise certain things, but what is inside your heart that determines who you are. And these beautiful lines say so simply the definition of a good human being, a devotee. Thank you so much for listening to you. Apologies for the mistakes. Gur Fateh, Sat Sri Akal, Salam Namaste. Thank you so much. See you again.